We've had snow on the ground, at least here on our property in Alaska, for 2 months now, but we're still guessing that there's going to be about 4 more months before the snow decides to leave. And currently, we've used about half of our firewood. So while we've used half of the firewood in the woodshed, we still have a whole lot stacked up here behind the house. So this is all the stuff that we got our first summer being here last summer, 2023. So we are going to work on cutting this up, splitting it up, and getting it stacked in that woodshed so that we can keep on using it. So I did grab 2 of our smaller chainsaws. Cody is typically the one who does all of the chainsawing. I'm just not quite as big of a fan of it. He enjoys it quite a lot, so that's typically his task. But I'm taking over today, so that's totally fine. I struggle. I can't quite get those bigger chainsaws going, just the pull rope. Every time it catches, I just can't figure it out. So the little ones are for me. But I do know that we have a couple issues with both of these. They kind of have their little thing. So this one, I call it the ugly one. This one will kind of just die pretty frequently, but it's a lot easier for me to start. So it starts, but you have to start it a lot because it won't like just kind of keep running. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It'll just die. So I have that one, and then this one is really good at running, but in order to stop it, you have to flood it. Which makes it really hard to get started again. So we haven't really used any of these chainsaws for a few months now. So I'm going to try this one first. We'll see if I can get it started. If not, I'll move over to that one. Hopefully then I can get that one started. But the goal is to get it going and just go through an entire tank of gas. And then once we've done that, then we're going to split all of the wood that we were able to cut. So we're going to cut those into rounds, split them, and then haul them over to the woodshed. First, I'm going to make sure that it is topped up. And I can guarantee you all of our chainsaw blades need sharpening, so that will be a nice winter task to do one of these days. We just haven't done it yet. It's tucked up for sure. they are both ready to go. I choose that one. Do it. Oh, let's see if I even remember how to do it. Let me flip it up one, I think. The blade is jammed, or something is set not allowing the blade to turn. Okay. I might have to ask Cody to see what his recommendation is on checking to get the blade to where it might just be this thing, but I tried it in both settings and it didn't work on either of them. Alright, and this one has a longer cord to pull. Is it that? No, wait. I have to do that. Okay. I gotta go talk to Cody. Okay. So I was doing this one right, but I didn't turn on the choke, so we're gonna... Totally forgot about this, and I honestly didn't even see it. So this, all the way over, should be enough to get it started. I might just not be very smart. Let's try this one again. Okay, start that. It's all the way down. Should work. Oh, that. That blade definitely needs sharpened, so I think that is what I will be doing tonight. Ugh. bottom of the stack. So this is the last one. I really like splitting firewood. I do not like cutting rounds. That's okay though. You do what you have to do. Gas. All right, that was 2 tanks of gas in that little chainsaw. And we've got a nice pile of rounds started. So I think I'm going to take a break from cutting the rounds, and instead I'm going to start splitting some of that. So my rule of thumb with splitting is if I can pick it up with one hand, it can stay whole. If I can't, I'm splitting it at least in half. Start with this one. don't need to prove how strong I am. Ooh, that was a bad hit. That was a bad one. Hi, Irie. What do you got? Looks like you got some goodies. What is that? Hi. Oh, is that some of the mousse? Enjoy. Living her best life, for sure. I think we're at a point right now where when I'm driving this over to the woodshed, some of it will fall off. So I'm not going to do any more. We're going to go drive over there and start loading it back up. I got you. So the sled is empty. There was just a few small kindling pieces that were in the sled left over. I'm going to bring these inside right away because we always need more kindling, especially when it's getting about freezing like it is right now. We're pretty frequently letting that fire die out. Otherwise, it just gets way too warm in our house. So this is always needed. It's going to go right inside. It is starting to get a little bit darker. I could probably keep going and finish splitting the rest of that pile, but I think I'm going to head inside, warm up, get started on dinner, and just snuggle my baby. So we are going to pick up with this tomorrow. Just kidding. I went inside and Rowan just went down for a nap. So we are going to finish splitting the rest of that pile tonight. Well, that is it for tonight. I really wanted to get this entire first row completely done, but I did make a good chunk on it. I'm going to bring the sled around, get all of the stuff I split, and at least get it loaded up into the sled, and then just clean up for tonight, and then head in for real this time. I just heard Rowan's awake. So I didn't end up coming out yesterday and doing some more firewood because I'm not sure if you can tell. I think it's this tree. We've got an eagle. So we've got a couple eagles hanging around. We have our moose gut pile over there because that's part of the thing with the roadkill list. You have to take everything and bring it with you. You can't leave anything behind. Kind of helps keep the roads cleaned up. So the eagles have been eating off of that, and we didn't really want to bother them since it was the first day they were showing up. But they're again here this morning, but we got things to do. So we're going to have to disturb them, and we got to get back to some more firewood. I did put on my ice spikes this morning because it did rain a lot yesterday. And it's actually been raining quite a bit all week, and it is very slick out here. So it's kind of like walking on ice. And then when I was doing firewood, I was kind of slipping a little bit, and I didn't want that to happen. So we've got spikes on, and we are going to go cut some more wood. Both of them? Yep. I was wondering how she noticed it just sitting in that tree.
Yeah, there's both in there.
Both of the eagles are back, so let's go see if we can look at them quick. Alright, so there's that one right there. I don't see the second one right away. Yesterday it was sitting at the very, very top of that tree. Oh, I see it. We don't have a great angle from here, but there's the one, And then down a little bit way further back there is the second one. It's on a couple trees behind it. I might just leave the camera out, facing the pile, and go inside and have some coffee and just kind of let them do their thing. So, eagles, gut pile. So I can't really reach much higher than that, so that's where I'm going to leave that row, and we're going to start on the next row. All right, I tried making that about as level as I could. So mostly for my own reference to see how much a load carries in. There it is. Oh. Tiring, but also kind of fun too. It feels really nice just to be able to be outside this winter and doing some things. Last year I was pretty miserable for most of the time. So it's a nice change. Glad we're past that and that we're feeling better and able to start doing some more stuff out here, because we came out here to be outside, and that's where I want to be. And there's the last of it. Well, it definitely gave us a little bit of a bump with our stock of firewood in the woodshed. So we've got almost 3 completely full. This is our 4th. That's about halfway. And again, it's about a 10 by 10 square that we're sitting in. I would estimate that we probably have 3 to 4 times as much as I just cut and split left behind the house. So we definitely have plenty of firewood to get through winter this year. I think we're both feeling pretty comfortable about it. And we actually didn't even take any time this summer getting firewood. So all of this we got the previous year that's just been sitting back behind the house. It was our first winter last year, and so we didn't really know what to expect. Everyone kept telling us, you never have enough, you never have enough. So we went a little overboard, got quite a lot. It was plenty for last year, and it's going to be plenty for this year as well. So we're sitting pretty well on firewood. We have a pile of stuff that we cut green that we are going to be splitting and having for next year, and I'm sure we will have some of this extra as well going into next year. Most of the firewood that we have been ending up getting has just been the bottom parts of trees. When Cody fells a tree, whatever the vocabulary is, when he cuts down a tree, and he will start cutting rounds off the bottom, and he'll do that up until it's a point where the wood is good enough for lumber, and then we just take all those rounds, bring it home, split it, and it becomes firewood for us. Yeah, so I think it's my goal to spend, like I said, I think we have 3 to 4 more of the amount that I just went through. So I'm going to spend a few more weeks probably chucking away, getting the rest of that stuff cut into rounds and split, because I'd like to have all of that gone behind the house before spring, just because then it's out of the way, and then any future plans that we have back there, we can just get rolling on that right away, and we won't have to work around firewood.